What were you doing? Come on now. That's going in. Good morning, guys and gals. No really gals. Today's fun. I'm taking out the R8. You guys have watched me do enough cleaning to this, as I'm sure you want. So here's what I got set up right now. This GoPro right here, and Hero 4, I think it's an old one. It's the only one that fits that audio. So then I have this go back to here. How do you think this will work? I'm curious. We're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna give you guys a little taste of this, explain what this car is, what it has done to it. Yeah, just gonna be a fun little drive. Anyway, let's get it started. Sure. All right, we're on the road. So what do we have here? We are in my 2009 Audi R8 V8, not V10, V8, with the Stasis Challenge Extreme package. So this Challenge Extreme, there's a few packages that Stasis had available when they were in business. They're not in business any longer. Stasis was a company that used to be basically certified by Audi. Audi would, there'd be signs at the Audi dealership that'd be like, you know, add a Stasis package to your car, make it faster, make it more epic. So, and Audi would warranty that work. So basically, Stasis was an Audi approved aftermarket, almost like Dynon and BMW, right? So this happened around 2008 through I think 2010. Stasis went out of business. I have to assume there was something to do with I mean, just the cost associated with warranty and all the stuff, you know, people, who knows. But Stasis went out of business. The Supercharger that's on this, so the Challenge Extreme kit was springs, sway bars, upgraded brakes, and the Supercharger. So the Supercharger is basically just a VF Engineering Supercharger kit. It's just rebranded. I've had the pulleys and the belts replaced on this, and every time I've just reached out to Stasis, and they've been more than able to handle anything that I've had questions with. We got some construction going on here. As for the car, the Supercharger, man, if you've ever driven a Supercharger car, if you've ever driven a supercharged car, it's as close to being NA as you can get with forced induction, because the throttle response is right away, as opposed to a turbo car. Turbos take time to spool up, and then it kind of hits you almost like you're going down the hill of a roller coaster, whereas a supercharged car has very linear power, right? The power delivery is very smooth, very linear. So that's one reason I absolutely love superchargers. I've had a couple turbo cars. I had a 996 turbo, and that thing was awesome. It was ridiculously fast, but man, the power delivery was just so, it was unexpected. It was fun, but unexpected. And I'm more of, just like I'm doing to the E36, I'm more of an NA feel type of guy. That's why I'm going with the S54 and that. But anyway, back to this. So 2009 V8 R8 supercharged. I've had the V10 version of this car before, not supercharged, and I would say the V8 supercharged, I would say it's faster than the V10. Oh, the Stasis package also comes with probably the best sounding exhaust that I've heard on these cars. The V10 that I had an acropobic exhaust, and that sounded amazing. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that. But there's just something about this high revving V8 with the Stasis exhaust just sounds absolutely bonkers to me. It sounds so good. So we're gonna get it going here in a second. I'm on normal roads here in Mexico, so I can't go all the way out, but I believe Stasis says this package has close to 550 horsepower. I believe that's what they say, somewhere around there. That's at the crank, that's not wheel. I'm not one to spit out fake numbers for that stuff. I would say to the wheels, this is probably, being all-wheel drive, there's some loss there, more so than just rear-wheel drive. I would say this car is putting out anywhere from 450 to 475 horsepower to the wheels. Again, I don't know. I've never had a dynoed. I would love to have a dynoed, but again, dyno, I mean, I don't know, there's really no reason for a dyno unless you're trying to hit a specific number or you're doing a build or something. I don't see the reason in it. So anyway, yeah, this car is absolutely phenomenal. I have the, you can't see it, I have the gated 6-speed, which is just fantastic. It feels like, it is so nice. It feels like a bolt action rifle if you've ever used one of those. Just, I've tried automatic cars before. I just can't do it. I'm not an automatic type of guy. I have a truck, that's an automatic. That's about as close to an automatic as I'm gonna go. I'm just not an automatic guy. If I'm gonna have a fun car, it's gotta be a manual. I mean, sorry, not sorry, I guess. I fully understand too, like the new S-tronic version of this car, like the 2018, 2017, 2015, even the, even the R-tronic version of this car will shift faster than me. Fully aware of that. I really could care less. I don't care. Hey, bud. Pulled out pretty far there. Anyway, let's get on it. Let's see what you guys think about this. Now, you do have to turn off traction control because this does light up the tires, so you'll get held back if you don't. Alright, we're gonna give her a little juice here so you guys can hear this exhaust. This car, it is absolutely a phenomenal sounding car. I've been around 458s. I love the way those, okay, so Lambos sound amazing, the 458 sounds amazing, but there's not many cars that are the price range that these V8s are now getting to that sound this good. Right? The V8 R8 now, I mean, I have mine for sale right now. I don't think, I don't really want to sell it, but I just don't use it as much as I should. There's just not much you can get that sounds this good. I mean, show me something else that sounds that good. Oh, get out of here. I mean, let's go through, you can get a V8 now for under 90 for sure. Even one with higher mileage you can get for under 80. You know, I would say anything in the 60s is going to have higher mileage. But again, it is a V8. If you want a loan on the car, and you find one that is, you know, higher mileage in the 60s, the only problem you're going to have is more than likely that's going to be a 2008. And many banks won't loan on 10-year-old plus cars. So, you know, that won't hurt you, but they're still reliable. Issues I've had with this, really, it's all been stuff that I've wanted to do. I had a carbon cleaning done. Did it need it? No. It has 24,000 miles on it. For a 2009, I wouldn't say that's low, but it's not high at all. A lot of times with cars like this, you don't want a car. Like if this was a 2009 with 5,000 miles, that would be more of a negative in my mind, because that means the car is just sat And what happens when a car sits, fluids just sit in the hoses, in the lines, and they just eat away at things. So you don't want a car that has no miles on it. You also don't want, you know, I've seen some of these with 60, you know, that's higher mileage, but I would almost rather have something in the mid 40s, 40,000 miles than 5,000, because you just don't know what's wrong with it. Odds are nothing, but just to be safe. This car, yeah, I have had 0 issues. I've had the belts and pulleys replaced. I've had the carbon cleaning done. It's ran like a champ, and all the Stasis stuff that's done to it, God, it's amazing. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this. If you want more content on this car, let me know. Let me know what you think of those pulls, because this thing, once it gets around 8,500, God, it just screams. Anyway, back home. Cheers, guys.